Hi, my name's Jonah.
I'm Henry.
I'm Blair.
And my name's Adam, and this is Teddy. For the next few minutes,
We'll share with you our story.
And how it only takes a second.
To make a world of difference for CCHS.
We have a son named Teddy. He was born on September 18th, 2018, a beautiful, happy baby in perfect health.
after a few months at home, we started noticing something was off. He wasn't eating, he wasn't his normal smiley self. Sometimes he looked a little pale. Doctors and friends reassured us that these were typical baby issues, until one day Teddy's oxygen levels dropped and he turned blue. We rushed him to the ER where he was stabilized and eventually moved to the NICU. Teddy's initial diagnosis was heart failure and pulmonary hypertension. The next 9 days were heartbreaking and terrifying. The first step was inserting a tube to keep him breathing. Teddy's heart had expanded to the size of his entire chest and his lungs were very sick. After 9 days, many different theories, and no diagnosis, Teddy was airlifted to Children's Hospital, Los Angeles. 5 days later, we received life-changing genetic testing results. Teddy was diagnosed with congenital central hypoventilation syndrome, or CCHS. This extremely rare disease affects the brain's ability to regulate breathing and other autonomic functions in the body.
Thinking back, we're so lucky Teddy's emergency happened during the day when we could observe his color change. If he was in his crib at night, Teddy would have been considered a SIDS baby. To keep Teddy alive, he underwent tracheostomy surgery and spent the next 2 months recovering and getting used to his new life dependent on a ventilator. We spent those 2 months living at the hospital and training to care for Teddy with the incredible doctors and nurses on the CHLA pulmonary team.
After 70 very long days and nights in the hospital, Teddy finally came home to us.
It was a day of joy, but the beginning of an all-new reality for our family. One totally taken over by a disease we had never even heard of 3 months before.
I've known Teddy since he was born, and I can still remember the day he came home from the hospital. So what is CCHS? CCHS is currently an incurable and incredibly rare genetic condition, with only around 1,200 diagnosed cases worldwide. Normally, your brain tells you how fast and deep to breathe. In CCHS, thanks to one tiny spontaneous or sometimes inherited genetic mutation, this part of the brain doesn't work. The brain forgets to do its job, causing those with CCHS to underbreathe or even stop breathing, especially while they're sleeping or unconscious. Because CCHS is rooted in one's DNA, it never goes away, resulting in the need for lifelong ventilatory support during sleep in some patients and all the time for others. While the most recognized symptom of CCHS is the inability to control breathing, it can also cause heart pauses, cancer, digestive issues, learning disabilities, and other health complications. With a better understanding of CCHS, people like Teddy can receive much needed support in the future.
His condition is so rare that it has no cure or even a medication to treat it, or at least, not yet. And that's where you come in. Teddy is only 1 year old. He's my honorary grandson, and he's not much younger than my own grandsons. Because CCHS is so rare, government, university, and private sector funding is nearly non-existent. As a result of the very limited resources available to a disease like CCHS, private donations are vital. They're critical to develop a treatment and to find a cure. And with your help, we can give Teddy and the other 1,200 people on this earth, just like Teddy, a chance to transform an impossible dream into a real possibility of living a healthy, normal life.
It only takes a second
for your whole life to change.
It only takes a second to pass out and not wake up.
It only takes a second to help us live our best lives.
It only takes a second. It only takes a second
to fall asleep without your equipment.
For my heart to stop.
It only takes a second to spread the word.
It only takes a second
to feel love as you are.
It only takes a second
to lose your best friend.
It only takes a second to take a breath. It only takes a second to hook up. It only takes a second to lose power.
It only takes a second to text your mom that you're okay.
It only takes a second
to move us forward years.
It only takes a second to donate for a cure.
It only takes a second to become a hero.